everyone, it is another edition of our International Food Lunch, and this year I am going to be making for you Hamentashen from the Jewish holiday of Purim. On this holiday we celebrate the victorious Queen Esther and how she saved the Jews from an evil Haman. And Haman, we believe, wore a hat in the shape of a triangle, and so we make triangle-shaped cookies called Hamentashen to make fun of him and tease him a little bit. So what we're going to be doing first is making the dough for it, and then later we'll be filling the cookies with different fillings. And growing up, I remember always having poppy seed. So poppy seed filling was my favorite. I know that different families, different households use different things, but nowadays you can get even creative, putting Nutella, chocolate chips, anything you want in your Hamentashen. But we'll be making the classic poppy seed. So what we need for the dough is flour, some salt, baking powder, vanilla extract, canola oil, eggs, and sugar. And here we have a stand mixer, so we're gonna be using that to help us out. And we're gonna be starting out with just our sugar and our eggs. Gonna pour those in. Gonna start beating those together. And this recipe is coming out of my mom's cookbook, the New Jewish Holiday Cookbook by Gloria Coffer Green, because as I said, before I was a Coppell, I was a Green, and this is my mom's cookbook. And of course I closed the page, but we'll let that go for a little bit. Here's the recipe. Okay, next we're going to be adding in the other wet ingredients. So we have the canola oil and the vanilla extract, which I remember cooking with my mom growing up was one of my favorite smells. Next, we'll go ahead and add in some dry ingredients. So we have the baking powder. And I always forget to slow it down so it doesn't get a mess. And the salt. Baking powder everywhere. And the last thing we're going to be doing is slowly adding in the flour. So I'm actually going to be using a spoon to help kind of add in the flour. Actually, use something a little bit bigger. I'm going to use this to help me get in the flour, because the flour you have to add kind of slowly to the dough. And I'm going to keep my mixer on a slower speed so it doesn't splash out everywhere. There we have our dough. Let me just lower this down so we can see. And it's supposed to be nice and sticky. I made it a little messy, but yum. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put this in the fridge and let it cool off for a few hours, and then later we'll come back, roll it out, and make some cookies. Okay, so we're back and we have our dough that has been in the fridge all morning. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and open up one. I put it into two to make it easier. I'm gonna go ahead and open up one and roll it out. Okay, so we're back. I have the dough all rolled out, and now I need something to cut it into the circle shape. So I'm just gonna use these little bowls, but if you have like a cookie cutter or an empty tuna can, that works too. So I'm gonna go ahead and press out a circle. And then here I have my poppy seed filling. So I'm gonna take my scooper right in the middle. And now I'm gonna be making those triangles that we said we were making fun of. So I'm gonna take some water, put it just around the outside edge so that the dough sticks together. And then I'm gonna pinch the corners to make a triangle. And there we have a Hamentashen. Put it on a baking sheet and pop them into the oven. Okay, so these are the last ones that I have just made. I'm ready to put them in the oven. And you can see I have some more already in there as well. And here's the first batch that just came out. Look delicious. Can't wait for you guys to try.